All right, we're streaming. Let's start with some vocal exercises. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Good blood, bad blood, good blood, bad blood, good blood, bad blood, good blood, bad blood. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. 11 benevolent elephants, 11 benevolent elephants, 11 benevolent elephants. The black bug bled black blood, the black bug bled black blood, the black bug bled black blood. Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock. I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. I am a thistle sifter. I have 7 sieves of unsifted thistles, and 7 sieves of sifted thistles, for I am a thistle sifter. Amidst the mists of fiercest frosts, with barest wrists and stoutest boasts, he thrusts his fists against the post, and still insists he sees the ghost. Oh, what a to-do tonight today, and a minute or two to two, a thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do. For they'll beat a tattoo at 20 to 2, a rat-a-tat-tat, a tat-a-tattoo, and the dragon will come when he hears the drum. At a minute or two to two today, at a minute or two to two. She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him. She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him in. Every single syllable I speak upon the stage has been specifically, scientifically selected to simulate the sections of your cerebrum that set and sustain a certain satisfying psychological state. One hen, 2 ducks. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 Limerick oysters. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 Limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 Limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers, 7,000 Macedonian warriors in full battle array. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 Limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers, 7,000 Macedonian warriors in full battle array, 8 brass monkeys from the ancient sacred crypts of Egypt, 9 apathetic, diabetic, sympathetic old men on roller skates, with a marked propensity for procrastination and sloth. Give me the gift of a grip-top sock, a drip-drape, ship-shape, tip-top sock. Not your spiv, slick, slapstick, slip-slop stock, but a plastic, elastic, grip-top sock. None of your fantastic slack, swap, slop from a slapdash, flash, cash, haberdash shop. Not a knick-knack, knit-lock, knock-kneed knickerbocker sock with a mock-shot, blob-modeled trick tick-tocker clock. Not a rucked-up, puckered-up, flop-top sock. Not a super sheer, seersucker puka sack-smock sock. Not a spot-speckled, frog-freckled, cheap chic sock off a hodgepodge, moss-blotched, botched scotch block. Nothing slip-slop, drip-drop, flip-flop, or clip-clop. Tip me a tip-top, grip-top sock. All right. Good morning. Oh, did it work? Did it work? Oh, almost. Never can tell with that thing. Weird. I'll take it. Good morning and welcome to Johnny's Happy Place. I'm Johnny Millwater. I'm your host. Feeling all kinds of ways today. I hope everybody out there that's watching is feeling even better. We got a great show for you today. A lot of great stuff picked out. And we're going to have a little talk. You know, I might as well do it right now. Let's give it a shot. My name is Johnny Millwater, and I'm a comedian. I've been a comedian for about 25 years, but I got involved in a whole. I can't speak from the heart. My friend William Spotted Bear, he says, Johnny, you got to speak from the heart. People really enjoy the content where you speak from the heart, but I can't think of what to say that doesn't make me feel like a jerk. So I'll see if I can't script something out, maybe. But looks like it's just you and me, Johnny, so let's do this thing. For those of you who've never seen the show, here's how it works. Let's go to the chat. It's pretty simple. I sit here while you type stuff over there. And anytime you say something, I respond. I write back. But if there's nobody in the chat, or if nobody feels like talking, that's cool too. Then I have plenty of stuff that I like doing. It's a whole list of things that I enjoy, from reading monologues to reading poetry to songs, the lyrics of songs, things like that. So let's give that a try. I'll show you how it works. To keep it fun, I use the wheel. The wheel will tell us where to start first. Shakespeare. Excellent. Let's start with some Shakespeare. I always like to open up the big show. All right. Let's start with, I think we were making our way through the sonnets. This is Sonnet number 25 by William Shakespeare. Let those who are in favor with their stars of public honor and proud titles boast, whilst I, whom fortune of such triumph bars, unlooked for joy in that I honor most. Great princes' favorites their fair leaves spread, but as the marigold at the sun's eye, and in themselves their pride lies buried. For at a frown they in their glory die. The painful warrior famous for fight after 1,000 victories once foiled, is from the book of honor razed quite, and all the rest forgot for which he toiled. Then happy I that love and am beloved, where I may not remove nor be removed. Nice. Let's spin the wheel. Joke. Cool, got a dad joke for you. Come here. Hey, come here. Check this out. What do you call a train that's carrying bubble gum? A choo-choo train. Now let's do it again. What do you call a locomotive pulling a load of trouble gum? Nope. What do you call a locomotive pulling a train full of bubble gum? Nope. What do you call a locomotive pulling a load of bubble gum? A choo-choo train. There we go. Hi, Shayna. I see, I knew you. You hear enough jokes, you remember them after a while. I'm glad you're here. It was lonely without you. Just tried to start the show by speaking from the heart. That didn't work at all. So I'm glad you're here. We could talk. How's your week holding up? You all right? Where do dads store their dad jokes? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Garage, funny garage, shed. Oh, not a thing. Not a thing. I tried to speak from the heart and I messed up pretty bad. That's all. Let's see. Where do dads store their dad jokes? I don't know. Where? Oh, okay. Where do dads store their dad jokes? In a database. fun. All right. Let's do a piece of prose and then we'll catch up, okay? Or better yet, let's spin the wheel. See what happens. My dad is here. My dad has no jokes. Come on, you gotta have some dad jokes. You told me that BDS one before. So glad you're here, Dad. I missed you last week. Oh, Zen Koan. Let's start there. Got a couple good ones. This is Zen Koan 53. The giver should be thankful. While Sesetsu was the master of Engaku in Komakura, he required larger quarters since those in which he was living were overcrowded. Umezu Sabai, a merchant of Edo, decided to donate 500 pieces of gold called ryo toward the construction of a more commodious school. This money he brought to the teacher. Susetsu said, "All right, I will take it." Umezu gave Susetsu the sack of gold, but was dissatisfied with the attitude of the teacher. One might live a whole year on 3 ryo, and the merchant had not even been thanked for 500. "In that sack are 500 ryo, hinted Umezu. "You told me that before," replied Susetsu. "Even if I am a wealthy merchant, 500 ryo is a lot of money," said Umezu. "Do you want me to thank you for it?" asked Susetsu. "You ought to." "Why should I?" inquired Susetsu. "The giver should be thankful." Yeah, the giver should be thankful. Oh, we're all right. Let's see. Let's go to the chat. We'll catch up a little bit. Now we'll get started. Hello to Dad. Hello to Shayna. And I'm glad that you're here. Welcome back. So what's going on with you this week? Let's see. What's going on with me? I'll tell you all about it during Roses and Thorns stuff. It's kind of oh no. Oh no. Whoop. There it goes. Okay, I thought I was starting to lose my ability to broadcast. I'm going pretty well. I spent this week just pretty much looking up after the dogs. I felt bad mood all week. I've just been kind of grumpy when I wake up and stay grumpy until the evening. The dogs are making bigger and bigger messes. And let me show you something. The dogs found a pet. Wait, consequently, you're back. I'm so glad you're here. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you like the curly hair. It's getting curlier and more fun all the time. I kind of fluffed it up a little bit this morning because check this out. This is, anybody want to guess what that is? This is poison ivy. My dogs found a patch of poison ivy in the backyard, and then when they ran in the house to say hello, one of them jumped so high they put his paw on my head that was forward, and now I have poison ivy on my head. It's been there all week, and it does not feel great. I don't like it. It's itchy and painful and looks ridiculous. They also bit the tumor on my hand. I have a tumor on my hand, and they bit that, so it looks even worse. I don't like that. No, the dogs have not stopped pooping in the house, not even a little. I'm trying to work with them, but there's 2 of them, and they're nuts. I don't know what to do. I just keep, I try to keep an eye on them. If I catch them pooping in the house, I pick them up and move them outside, all the stuff you're supposed to do. So I got poison ivy on my arms and on my head. I've got 7 or 8 new scratches. I've got 40 or 50 new bruises because I'm on blood thinners now. So every little impact. Like I played football, just tossed a football with my son back and forth yesterday, and just that got bruises all over my hand. So I gotta figure it all out. But let's see. Yeah, I didn't do any comedy shows last week. Didn't really work on the stream until today. I'm a mess for sure. I don't know how I am, but it's it's sometimes easier and sometimes harder. But enough about me. How are you doing? How you doing, Shayna? I saw you had an art show. We're going to learn all about that. How's Pepper doing? How you feeling? Have you gone to see the doctor yet? I'm always curious about that. Got to keep an eye out. You're a mess too? I hear that. But you look fantastic in pictures. I have poison ivy on my head. I don't look fantastic in pictures. It's a mess. But other than that, things are good. The life is not bad. Just a weird mood swing. Some weeks are like that. Next week ought to be way more fun. Next week I have a show on Tuesday, a corporate show on Wednesday. I'm only doing 10 minutes, and I'll be working with a couple comics I like. And then I have a great big show at the Stage Door Theater uptown. It's really, really beautiful. It's theater with Queen City Comedy, the Dad Joke Show. So I'll be performing there. I think I'm going to break out the old straitjacket. I'm doing 20. Dad says he gets bruises watching people run through the woods. Yeah, no, it is, it's ups and downs, but this is always nice. I'm so glad you're here to keep me company. Also, last week, of course, I did my last writers group, and I was trying to put together a brand new kind of show. This is the first meeting for that show. It will be this afternoon, and right now I have one person coming, and it's the person who organized the thing. It's Mr. Craig Collin, and I'm very much looking forward to working with him, but I was hoping to have, 5, 6, 7 people every week, so I'm a little disappointed by that. But everybody's healthy. The kids just finished school. The dogs are very healthy. You understand the ups and downs too? That's how it goes sometimes. Oh, it's been a week for you. Yeah, what you go through this week? Everyone loves Craig Collin. You should. He's a wonderful guy. I can't wait to spend some time with him one-on-one. It's going to be nice. Here in a quiet spot, we can get some work done. What was your week like, consequently? And how about you, Dad? Did you do anything this week? I can't think of anything else. We'll come back for Roses and Thorns in a little while, I suppose, but wish you'd tell me all about your week. Well, while I wait for that, let's spin the wheel. Prose! Nice. All right, let's go to the prose library. I got a couple of good ones for you here. Let's start with some Bertrand Russell, great English writer. This particular piece has a lot of wisdom in it too. I almost put it in wisdom, but it's from his book. This is What to Believe by Bertrand Russell. There are 3 ways of arriving at an opinion on any subject. The first is to believe what one is told. The second is to disbelieve it. And the third is to examine the matter for oneself. The overwhelming majority of mankind practice the first method. Of the remainder, the overwhelming majority practice the second. Only an infinitesimal remnant practices the third. To believe what one is told is the right method for most people in regard to most questions. I believe there is a place called Vladivostok because the Atlas says so and because I have met apparently veracious people who assert that they have been there. But if I were engaged in making a survey of eastern Siberia for the Soviet government, I should have to verify the existence of Vladivostok for myself. Believing what one is told is proper whenever there is a consensus, except in matters on which one is a professional expert. In many of the most important questions, there is a local but not a worldwide consensus. To disbelieve what one is told is the method of the rebel, and as a general practice has nothing to recommend it. Wisdom is not achieved by refusing to believe that 2 and 2 make 4, or that there is such a place as Vladivostok. When the authorities are unanimous, they are usually right. When not, the plain man does well to suspend judgment. A general habit of intellectual rebellion is more foolish than a general habit of intellectual acquiescence. And if it becomes common, it would make civilization impossible. It is wise, however, to feel some degree of doubt, greater or less according to circumstances, as regards even universally accepted opinion. Few things seem more firmly established than the theory of gravitation, yet it turned out to need correction. The rational man in such cases acts upon the accepted opinion, but it is willing to give a hearing to anyone who advances serious reasons against it. Rationality is shown not so much in what you believe as in how you believe it. You are rational if you believe it on evidence and as firmly as the evidence warrants, and if further your belief leads you to act only in ways which are no obstacle to the discovery of error. I'm going to have to get a new one of these because it's skipping every 5 or 6 lines. Freedom of opinion is important since, without it, no generally received error can ever be corrected. Therefore, no belief should be firmly held as to lead to persecution of those who reject it. But so long as freedom of opinion is safeguarded, all except professional experts have a better chance of being right if they accept than if they reject the prevalent opinion. That's the end, I guess. Ah, man. That was rough, folks. Oh, good. We got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Let's go read some stuff. Enough of this foolishness. To the desk. All right. Now, first, that's always nice to hear. So let's start. I see up here, she started watching. Oh man, I can't scroll up. Oh, come on. Here we go. An LGBT event that I think this is not sequentially. I can only read the bottom part. I'm so sorry. Man. There we go. A pride event that I was involved with had to cancel the drag queen performance. A client of mine lost his shit while I was accompanying him to an appointment. Oh, that's always scary. And then sent you a homophobic letter. No, not you. How very frustrating. Nobody gets to see me frustrated on the show very much. They sent you a homophobic letter, and then another thing happened that I can't get to. Due to the nature of the show. Oh, there it is. Hold on. There we go. And sent me a homophobic text after. I'm so sorry to hear that. And someone I work with often decided this was the day to tell me his opinion on trans kids. It wasn't great. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm running into that more and more too. A lot of people are they can't wait to tell you that trans people are mentally ill is what I've been hearing a lot lately. Oh, they're mentally ill and I'm not required to tolerate their illness and to pretend that it's real. Who knows who they are better than they do? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Just leave them be. Let them live their life. I'm so sorry to hear that. And of course, it's very scary. I know who you work with, and I lose my shit in medical situations all the time. I never feel safe in a medical situation. So I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. I hope you got through it okay. I hope there was no lasting effects, but that sounds really, really scary. Hang in there. DJ Shayna was watching The Wonder Years again last night, and there's something very comforting about it. I also thought about how you said you had a big crush on Winnie Cooper. I did, yes. Kevin Arnold was pretty darn cute, too. It's very important that I point out I was Winnie Cooper's age. I was Winnie Cooper's age when I was into Winnie. I didn't get into her recently. I feel like that's important. Here we go. Nonsequently says, that sucks, Nonsequently. Sorry to deal with their shit. I agree. It's okay. Have a really nice weekend so it all balances out. What are you doing this weekend? What are you doing that's bringing you joy? And are there any more Pride events coming up? I'm always curious about the Pride events. I don't get to go. I'm never invited because of this whole thing. So I feel a little bit left out, and I'm curious what they're doing. Curious how they celebrate, how they find joy together. That's one of my favorite things to know. Oh, Shayna sold 2 paintings this week, which is amazing. And I believe, here we go. One Rose, I'm looking forward to taking a new art class starting tomorrow. What kind of art are you going to do? What's the kind of art that you do down here where you do the patterns on top of things? I really like that. I like those patterns. I like not knowing exactly what's going to happen. And I think you mentioned what it's called, glazing, something like that. But I'm curious. Also, a couple propositioned me to have a threesome with them. So that was kind of flattering. Sure. Yeah, it used to happen to me all the time when I was out on the road. That's all. I'm not into it, but still, they would ask often, go get him, Tiger. Yeah, if anybody's a unicorn, it's probably you. Go get him. Sometimes I just think I give TMI. Please forgive me. No, it's wonderful. I understand why it's flattering, and I'm happy you got to feel happy. That's just somebody telling you they find you attractive. That's always nice to hear, in my opinion. Happy Pride Month. Yay! Consequently, I don't think that's TMI. I also find it flattering when it happened to me. See? Happened to me. Dad, don't get involved in this one. Okay. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful time. I always thought it should be in August because Pride goeth before the fall. But Early summer's fine, whenever. There's no wrong time to feel good about yourself and the people that you love. So happy Pride Month. Hope you're celebrating. Yay, rainbows. Ooh, mixed media collage class. I think I just saw your, I don't know if it was mixed media or not, but I saw your, who's that fella who used to play for Nirvana? Help me out. Kurt Cobain. You had a wonderful Kurt Cobain painting, and he had glasses on like David from Schitt's Creek, and I thought it was really, really cool. I enjoy that. And the mixed media collage class, that's the stuff I enjoy. I really, really enjoy that. I enjoy mixed media. I like doing collage stuff in Photoshop. Oh, here's something not so quaintly said. Yesterday was a Pride picnic. Oh, out on a green with vendors, tabling. I've never seen tabling used as a verb like that. That's cool. Lots of families. Really lovely. But I was helping with coordinating volunteers, so it was a long day. Today's a rest day. How's the weather up there? Were you stuck out in a tent? Were you sweaty all day? That does sound rough. I know how it could be out there. But wonderful you to be volunteering and one of you to help your community. DJ says that the art you asked about is called a gel plate printing. Thank you very much. I really enjoy the gel plate printings. Those are my favorite. Not sequentially enjoyed my before the fall joke. Thank you. Made it worth it. Yes, thank you. Sounds very cool. And it is. They are the same sunglasses as David Rose. That's exactly right. Shits are Roland and his wife, whose name escapes him, with the big fluffy hair. I think they're the Roses of the family. Yeah, those are bold. Those are very, very bold. Very cool. This is great. What else do you do to celebrate for Pride Month? What can I do to celebrate for Pride Month? I should try to find some poems by LGBT poets and whatnot. I got a couple of them. We'll see how it goes. All right. Well, we're all caught up. Tell me more about your week. And we'll do Roses and Thorns in just a couple minutes. But first, let's spin the wheel. There we go. Oh, wisdom. Nice. Let's lay down some wisdom from on high. You know, this thing reminds me of a joke by Stephen Wright. He said, I have poison ivy on my brain. So now to scratch it, I have to think about sandpaper. Pretty good, right? He's a funny guy. All right, let's, I got some wisdom. Speaking of funny guys, here's some wisdom from someone you don't hear a lot from, Harpo Marx. These are the family rules that Harpo Marx's family lived by, posted in his home, and Marx Brothers, here we go. Marx Brothers, Harpo Marx, family rules. Life has been created for you to enjoy, but you won't enjoy it unless you pay for it with some good hard work. This is one price that will never be marked down. Number 2, you can work at whatever you want to as long as you do it as well as you can and clean up afterwards. And you're at the table at mealtime and in bed at bedtime. Number 3, respect what the others do. Respect Dad's harp, Mom's paints, Billy's piano, Alex's set of tools, Jimmy's designs, and Minnie's menagerie. Number 4, if anything makes you sore, come out with it. Maybe the rest of us are itching for a fight too. Number 5, if anything strikes you as funny, out with that too. Let's all, the rest of us have a laugh. Number 6, if you have an impulse to do something that you're not sure is right, go ahead and do it. Take a chance. Chances are, if you don't, you'll regret it. Unless you break the rules about mealtime and bedtime, in which case you'll sure as hell regret it. If it's a question of whether to do, this is 7. If it's a question of whether to do what's fun or what is supposed to be good for you, and nobody is hurt whichever one you do, always do what's fun. Number 8. If things get too much for you when you feel the whole world's against you, go stand on your head. If you can think of anything crazier to do, do it. Number 9, don't worry about what other people think. The only person in the world important enough to conform to is yourself. And number 10, anybody who mistreats a pet or breaks a pool cue is docked a month's pay. Sounds pretty smart to me. All right, let's spin the wheel. Oh, here we go. To the acapella library. Movie nights, cool. Hey, all right, before we get started on the song, consequently said that they are a pretty rural area. I didn't know that. I pictured you in the big cities in Connecticut. So lots of smaller events. Always curious about the smaller events. An author talk. Very cool. Which author? If you remember. Let's see. This Wednesday. And another gathering on a green. Always nice to get together. And movie nights. Wonderful. I'm always curious which movies you pick, too. Which movies are the best celebration. You know, I have ones that I guess, but they're probably homophobic when I think about it. I don't want to get it wrong. So I'd like to ask an expert. What's a good LGBT movie to recommend for the nice folks? Maybe I can find a monologue from it next month or next week. All right, I picked out a couple of great songs with wonderful lyrics. So let us start with some Ben Folds. Ben Folds came to Charlotte last week. I didn't get to see the show, unfortunately. I was home with the kids. But I absolutely adore Ben Folds. And this is one of his best songs. It is called Thank You for Breaking My Heart by Ben Folds 5. Yeah, I want a different answer, so I ask you once again. But the truth's in the silence, and this time I got it. It's over. Thank you for breaking my heart. Now I know that it's in there. I left it wide open and asked you to stay, but you know better. Guess I thought it wouldn't happen, and I could care until it hurt. Damn the ironic timing, the clouds and their linings that open up and pour. And thank you for breaking my heart. Now I know that it's in there. What a fool to imagine that you'd feel the same. But you know better. Rain has washed the leaves away, skeletons and stars. I'm pulling the door, too, and closing the blinds, so thank you for breaking my heart. Now I know what it feels like, and it hurts so badly. Tell me this will pass soon, and I know better. Fun. All right. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, Monologue. Nice. Let's go to the theater. We got a couple picked out. I think these are both picked out by our own DJ Shayna, so I think she should enjoy them if nobody else does. The first one here, this is from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, by Clark Gesner, Gesner, Clark with no E, and John Gordan, spelled correctly. I think lunchtime is about the worst time of day for me. Always having to sit here alone. Of course, sometimes mornings aren't so pleasant either. Waking up and wondering if anyone would really miss me if I never got out of bed. Then there's the night, too. Lying there and thinking about all the stupid things I've done during the day. And all those hours in between when I do all those stupid things. Well, lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. I guess I better see what I've got. Yeah, some peanut butter. Okay. Some psychiatrists say that people who eat peanut butter are lonely. I guess they're right. And when you're really lonely, the peanut butter sticks to your mouth. There's that cute little redheaded girl getting her lunch over there. What would she do if I went over and asked her if I could sit with her and have lunch with her? She'd probably laugh right in my face. It's hard on a face when it gets laughed in. There's an empty place next to her on the bench. There's no reason why I shouldn't go over there and sit there. All I have to do is stand up. I'm standing up. I'm sitting down. I'm a coward. So much of a coward, she wouldn't even think of looking at me. She hardly ever does look at me. In fact, I can't remember her ever looking at me. Why shouldn't she look at me? Is there any reason in the world why she shouldn't look at me? If she's so great and I'm so small that she can't spare one little moment, she's looking at me. She's looking at me. Oh, God. Lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. That little girl, that little redheaded girl is looking at me with this stupid bag over my head. She must think I'm the biggest fool alive. But if she isn't looking at me, maybe I could take it off quickly and she'd never notice it. On the other hand, I can't tell if she's looking until I take it off. And then again, if I never take it off, I'll never have to know if she was looking or not. On the other hand, it's very hard to breathe in here. She's not looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me. Oh, well, another lunch hour over with only 2,863 to go. There you go. Per request. Oh, no. I keep getting ads over and over again, so if I missed you something, that is why I'm so sorry. Thank you for the applause. You're super kind. I love your physical comedy. Johnny, great job. Say thank you both very, very much. I appreciate that. I had to pack a bag just for your bit. Thank you, Dad. Very kind of you to say. Well done. Thank you. Good grief, right? Rats. Keep getting ads over and over. That makes me really, really mad. I'm so sorry you got to deal with that. I got to think, man, there's got to be a way. I was hoping I could get away from the ads by coming over to Twitch, but I guess you got to, I'll just keep going and hopefully we could pick up the slack later on. All right, that was fun. Let's spin the wheel. No, I think this stream's more interesting when I'm in a bad mood, so everybody wins. Here we go. Oh, poem. Good, that'll cheer me up. Let us read a poem at the Poetry Corner. Here's a nice short one. This is The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. That's Wendellberry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in its beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day blind with stars, waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world, and am free. I like that one. That was fun. All right, let's spin the wheel. All right, roses and thorns. Let's do it. Meet me in the chat chalet. All right. Let's see, I told you about the poison ivy and the bruises and the poop on the floor and the constant mess and the anxiety and not feeling comfortable around my family. I can't even sit in the living room and watch TV anymore and relax because the dogs are always going crazy and I'm worried about whether or not they're pooping on the floor, so that's stressful. I had lunch with my dear friend Ian Guthrie this week, super smart guy, and it's always a pleasure to see him. I had lunch with my great friend Will Spotted Bear. He's a terrific human being and one of my closest friends now, and I have lunch with him about once a week. And I had a wonderful lunch at the Sunflower Family Restaurant, which is my favorite in the world. And let's see. What else? Roses, roses, roses. That's all I can think of right off the bat. Talked to Dad on Sunday. Did the show last week. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Oh, Shayna, there you go. Shayna says, a big thorn in my life. Over the past few months, I became very emotionally connected to a man I met online and vice versa. Oh, we chatted and talked almost daily and became very close and we're planning on meeting up in person. But then, all of a sudden, he started being a complete jerk and saying horribly hurtful things that made me very sad. I never would expect him to treat me that way. I was so disappointed and kind of heartbroken. That's terrible. That's terrible. What happened? What changed? What kind of horrible things was he saying? That's not great to hear. Was it all online? Was it all typing? Did somebody else get a hold of his phone? No, it's fine. Did somebody else get a hold of his phone? And what? Oh, you can't. That's so scary. That can happen to anybody at any time. It's. I have a theory about love, and I don't know how popular it is, but it's the way I feel about it. I think that love exists only in moments. It's dots. It's never a line. You're never promised another day of love. You never know they're going to be kind and loving tomorrow. But every moment that you can just sort of be, sort of wade in the pool of that loving feeling is such a treasure. And you need to, well, not you, but I treasure every second of it. It can fall apart at any moment for no reason at all. It's so very fragile, and I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that. I hope that you can be okay, and I hope that you know that the other people love you, and that things will get better, and there's more love in the universe, and you will find more. There's always more love. Sorry, Shayna. Dad, his roses are there's baseball every day on the TV. Very nice. I know Dad loves watching baseball, and thorn is his team's not so good. Are you still following the Rays? Is it still the Rays, Dad? They're having a hard time. They lost like 26 games in a row, something like that. How about you? Non-sequently? Any other roses and thorns? So horrible, hurtful things. I'm so sorry. Man, that makes me sad. Let me think of some more roses. I must have had some good roses. Oh, I played football with my son one day, and then the day before that, we played basketball. We got a gym membership, so he's going to the gym every day. He's very excited about it. Talking about them gains at 14. Charlotte Rose turns 10 next week on the 13th. That's a rose, but it's a rose to come. School is out, so we get to be together. That makes me happy. Debbie took 3 days off in a row, so I got to see her and hang out with her 3 days in a row, but I didn't feel like being around anybody, so half the time I could have spent whether I was in my room reading a book. Hey, I read a book! That's a rose. Stephen King released a new book of short stories called You Like It Darker, and I thought it was excellent. I think it's his best collection of short stories yet, and I read all the way through in 1 week, and I started a new book called Hike by an author whose name I can't remember, and I'm enjoying that as well. That's all I can think of right now. Consequently, you still hanging in there? You're not so old. What are you talking about? Is that a thorn? What are you talking about so old? Well, compared to someone in their 20s, sure. Is that a thorn or is that a rose? Because probably wisdom comes with so old. Or is it, are you so old? Like you're not old, you're so old. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Which one do you mean? Let me know. All right. What? I'm still curious about the chatting and the talk. Almost, yeah. You sold 2 paintings. You went to the art show. You almost got picked up. Just the truth. I shared with him how depressed I was, and he accused me of saying that just to be manipulative. Yep. I can see how that's so easy to get misconstrued over text. That's the worst. You reveal your heart to someone, you reveal your vulnerability, and I've been accused of the same. But we know that's not how it works. That's what you're going through, and you're sharing it because you care about him. So I'm sorry he reacted the way he did. Don't dwell on that guy too much. I hate that guy. Fuck that guy. Stupid random guy. Yeah. You'll find somebody you can hang out with face to face soon. That's way more fun. You should be going out and having lunches or something. Why aren't you picking up dudes at the art shows? You got to be awesome in your big white boots and you're standing in front of your art and the pictures look fantastic. Hey, here's something. You posted your you posted your painting today. Not the painting that you did, but one time you paid a lady to paint you. And of course, I go through the same thing. You know that. I'm very depressive, and it's been a tough week for me too. Luckily, I haven't told too many people about it, and the people I did tell know the deal, and none of them turned on me or were rude to me in any way. They were very caring. So, and you were one of them, so I'm happy to do it. But yeah, you tell us about that. Tell us about that experience, why you decided to do it, when you decided to do it, and why you decided to post it again today. It's a cool thing, and I know you had to. Anyway, tell me about that in just a minute. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna do another wheel because gotta produce that content. Here we go. Type away. Stupid guy. Oh, I hate that. If Dad was only 40 years younger, he'd treat you right, Shayna. That's a fact. Yeah. All right. Oh, Shakespeare. Excellent. Let's do some Shakespeare. Yeah. This is All the World's a Stage, the 7 Stages of Man by William Shakespeare. See if I can't find the right voice. Yes! Oh, like it then. No, that's Scottish. That's not it. All right. All the world's... Nope, that's not it. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their entrances and their exits, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 stages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwittingly to school. Then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow. Then a soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, in fair round belly, with good capon lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise sayings and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the leaned and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big manly voice turning again towards childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, that ends strange eventful history, is second childishness, and mere oblivion, sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. Nice. I like that one. That was a fun voice. I enjoyed that. All right, let's see. Something cool and different. Oh, there it was. I did the body painting as a reward for losing 60 pounds. And congratulations to you for losing all that weight. It's no question that it's hard, but don't let that define you. You were lovely before. You're lovely wherever you are in your journey now. Just trying to cool and different. I wanted to try it. It was very, very cool. It was very different. Caught my attention. And you look fantastic. So why not capture that time in your life, you know? Yeah, I love looking at old pictures, how beautiful I used to be, but never knew it at the time. Now, Shayna says she has over 500 photos from the 2 photo shoots, and I only had posted a small fraction of them, so I just thought I'd post a few of my favorites today. Why not? I was happy to see them. Go get them. I wonder if those photos are off-putting to people, especially women. I don't know. Consequently, you're a woman. You ever see Shayna's picture? She was... I notice most people do click like love are men. Well, that'll happen. Target demographic. You never want to be off-putting to anyone, men or women. Well, I think if you do that, that's on them. I think I wouldn't worry about it. Keep being kind. Don't worry about photos and stuff like that. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to like what you do. Not everybody's going to like how you look. Not everybody's going to like the choices that you make. Just make sure you're coming from a pure place, which is one of my favorite things about you. You seem to almost always be coming from a pure place. So it's especially cute then, I guess. I liked him, and I bet your dad would like him even more. If you follow her on Facebook, Dad, she's Shayna Cashner, and she posted those pictures today. All right. Well, that was fun. Here, let me fix this. There we are. Much better. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, here we go. Oh, let's go to the counter. Why it's parting right there. There we are. Come on, cover that red spot. Nope, not going to happen. All right, here we go. Why can't a bicycle stand on its own? 'Cause it's too tired. Toot. Not two, but toot. You get it. Dad'll have a look. We'll be back in about 10 or 20 minutes. All right. Let's spin the wheel. Prose! Excellent. I love reading prose. Meet me in the prose library, would you please? You knew that one? Excellent. All right. In the prose library today, we are going to read some Steve Martin from his hit book, Cruel Shoes. This is The Day the Buffalo Danced by Steve Martin. Kings and queens have heard of the legend of the dancing buffalo of South Dakota. This story had traveled by word of mouth throughout the world, and today people who were interested in that sort of thing were arriving by the hundreds. Among them could be counted authors, critics, painters, rich industrialists, and the usual supply of uninformed gawkers who probably couldn't appreciate something such as this. The event was taking place on a grass-covered farmland, nestled in a rolling valley in South Dakota. In the center of the valley floor was a hand-cranked Victrola. The spectators ringed the hills that surrounded the field. Then a farmer walked disinterestedly to the Victrola as though he were about to do something he's done 1,000 times before. He cranked up the music box and set the needle down. A kind of Dixieland banjo band sound emerged from the box, almost inaudible at first, and everyone turned in anticipation toward the buffalo. At first, the herd paid little attention to this lively music that was slowly building through the valley, but then a buffalo raised his head toward the crowd, and then toward the music's source. The huge buffalo stared at the Victrola momentarily, then looked at a few of his companions. They eyed each other as though communicating some strange, curious thought. One buffalo then walked casually but deliberately toward the music. The others hesitated, then followed, at first struggling, but then picking up the pace of their leader. As the music built, the buffalo appeared to be listening intently, and to the crescendo, with the banjos and trombones becoming irresistibly exciting, one buffalo began to sway. At first, almost imperceptibly. But then the others joined in, their movement becoming more and more obvious. Suddenly one buffalo, as though in some sort of mystic celebration, rose up on his hind legs, moving them in a manner reminiscent of an old soft-shoe dancer, his front legs pointed daintily in various directions. Then the other buffalo began rising up, dancing around like vaudevillians, in an incredible climax of sound and motion. The music ended. The buffaloes ceased their delirious dance, some glancing at the music box as they returned to their grazing in a nearby corner of the field. True story? Probably not. Here we go. Oh, Shayna had a question. Why is it a bad idea to eat a clock? Why is it a bad idea to eat a clock? Time, seconds, because you can't get seconds? Or minute, hands, got to remember to wash your hands? You can't wash the hands? I don't know. Why is it a bad idea to eat a clock? While you give me that answer, I'm going to spin the wheel. If I could find it. Ooh, Zen Koan. Nice. Let's head to the campfire. Let's see. I believe I have Zen Koan. Let's do Zen Koan number 54, The Last Will and Testament. Hopefully it doesn't have quite as many Japanese names for me to mess up as last time. Zen Koan 54, The Last Will and Testament. Ikkyu, a famous Zen teacher of the Ashigaka clan, was the son of the emperor. When he was very young, his mother left the palace and went to study Zen in a temple. In this way, Prince Ikkyu also became a student. When his mother passed on, she left him with a letter. It read, "To Ikkyu, I have finished my work in this life and am now returning into eternity. I wish you to become a good student and to realize your Buddha nature. You will know if I am in hell and whether I am always with you or not. If you become a man who realizes that the Buddha and his follower Bodhidharma are your own servants, you may leave off studying and work for humanity. The Buddha preached for 49 years and in all that time found it not necessary to speak one word. You ought to know why, but if you don't, and yet wish to, avoid thinking fruitlessly. Your mother, not born, not dead, September 1st. P.S. The teaching of the Buddha was mainly for the purpose of enlightening others. If you are dependent on any of its methods, you are not but an ignorant insect. There are 80,000 books on Buddhism, and if you should read all of them and still not see your own nature, you will not understand even this letter. This is my will and testament." Still don't know why it's a bad idea to eat a clock. Want to, but I don't. Why is it a bad idea to eat a clock? Only time will tell. Let's spin the wheel. Wisdom. Nice. Let's lay down some wisdom for mine. Speaking of clocks, we've got some wisdom from the great Alan Watts. Why is it a bad idea? I'll never know. Why is it a bad idea to eat a clock? Here we go. The Illusion of Time by Alan Watts. We are living in a culture entirely hypnotized by the illusion of time, in which the so-called present moment is felt as nothing but an infinitesimal hairline between an all-powerfully causative past and an absorbingly important future. We have no present. Our consciousness is almost completely preoccupied with memory and expectation. We do not realize that there never was, is, nor will be any other experience than present experience. We are therefore out of touch with reality. We confuse the world as talked about, described, and measured with the world which actually is. We are sick with a fascination for the useful tools of names and numbers, of symbols, signs, conceptions, and ideas. Yeah. Oh, here we go. That chat's working. I think just tapped out for a second. I know brown and sticky. Why is it a bad idea to eat a clock? I want to know what's going on with the clock. I still don't know the answer to that one. I know what's brown and sticky. A stick. Dad says it's working. That's good enough for me. All right. Yep, my connection's still strong. Things are going well. All right. Let's spin the wheel. Because it's time oh, that's terrific. I really like that one. I wouldn't have gotten that one. Acapella. All right, let's go to the comedy club. I'm going to tell that one real quick. I like it. Why is it a bad idea to eat a clock? Because it's time consuming. Love it. All right, back to the a cappella library. I like that one. I picked out another song. This is, hold on, wait till we get in the a cappella library. There we go. This is a song by the great Bob Dylan. This is It Ain't Me, Babe by Bob Dylan. Let me get my headphones on. Leave my glasses on the floor. And here we go. Check, check. It Ain't Me, Babe by Bob Dylan. Go away from my window. Leave at your own chosen speed. I'm not the one you want, babe. I am not the one you need. You say you're looking for someone who's never weak but always strong, to protect you and defend you whether you are right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Go lightly from the ledge, babe. Go lightly on the ground. I'm not the one you want, babe. I will only let you down. You say you're looking for someone who will promise never to part. Someone to close his eyes for you. Someone to close his heart. Someone who will die for you and more, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Go melt back in the night. Everything inside is made of stone. There's nothing in here moving, and anyway, I'm not alone. You say you're looking for someone who'll pick you up each time you fall, to gather flowers for you each time you call, constantly, and to come each time you call, a lover for your life and nothing more. But it ain't me, babe. No, no, it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. I dig the simplicity of that one, because it's time consuming. I still enjoy that joke. Here we go. Let's spin the wheel. Monologue! Let us head into the theater. Now, this is a monologue that was suggested quite some time ago by Shayna. This is from an excellent movie starring a very bad man. This is from American Beauty. Great, great movie. And, you know, plenty of exploration for pride. All right. American Beauty. It's a voiceover, so I'm going to use the mic for this one. I had always heard your entire life flashes in front of your eyes the second before you die. First of all, that 1 second isn't a second at all. It stretches on forever, like an ocean of time. For me, it was lying on my back at Boy Scout camp, watching falling stars and yellow leaves from the maple trees that lined our street, or my grandmother's hands and the way her skin seemed like paper, and the first time I saw my cousin Tony's brand new Firebird, and Janie, and Janie, and Carolyn. I guess I could be pretty pissed off about what happened to me, but it's hard to stay mad when there's so much beauty in the world. Sometimes I feel like I'm seeing it all at once, and it's too much. My heart fills up like a balloon that's about to burst. And then I remember to relax and to stop trying to hold on to it. And then it flows through me like rain, and I can't feel anything but gratitude for every single moment of my stupid little life. You have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm sure, but don't worry. You will someday. One of my favorite movies, too. I just watched the big documentary on Kevin Spacey, too. It's on Max. 2 episodes. And it's a story as old as time. He got famous. He got power. He started teaching a class and used that to pick up young men. And then the balance of power was all wrong. Pick up young men is kind of a nice way of saying it. But here's a big question. I have a question. Do you separate the art from the artist? I mean, if the artist does bad things in real life, does it change how you feel about their art? You know what? Let's go to the chat. I want to talk about this because this is something I struggle with quite a bit. I can't personally separate it in my mind. But yeah, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. I have seen Bill Cosby. Okay, first of all of my heroes, pretty much every single one of my heroes except for George Carlin has turned out to be some kind of jerk. Some kind of pervert, some kind of criminal, and it makes me sad. On my wall, when I was a kid, who was on my wall, Dad? Michael Jackson. Loved Michael Jackson, obsessed with Michael Jackson, dressed like Michael Jackson on Halloween, darkened my skin. I can never be president, but that's how much I loved Michael Jackson. Had a little dress-up doll, loved him, saw him in concert. He turned out to be a perv. Amazing Jonathan turned out to be a cokehead. Penn and Teller, actually, you know what? They're still doing okay. Penn's a little bit of a pervert if between you and me, but Teller seems like a terrific human being. But I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they Me Too'd Penn, if they came out and said that he'd pulled some stuff. After that, Louis C.K. was my hero. Bill Cosby, of course, we talked about. I saw him, I think 9, 10 times. He was my hero. Maybe he was innocent. Yeah, I don't think he was. I really don't think he was innocent. I think there's too many people. The guy had a Ferris wheel. You know, I don't think he thinks he did anything wrong, but I hope you're right. I hope you're right. We'll never know. But it's tainted. You know what I mean? It's tainted. I was at the Waffle House this morning. And they put his music on the jukebox, and everybody was dancing. You can't argue with Billie Jean, man. It's just a great, great song. Louis C.K. was my idol for years and years as a director, as a writer, as a comic. I thought he was the best there was. I still think he's the best there is. But that's tainted. I have to keep that secret now. Kevin Spacey, Dad knows I was obsessed with Kevin Spacey. I loved all of his movies. I loved the fact that he did impressions. I never missed an episode where he was on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Loved him. Thought he was brilliant, but turns out, perv. And it makes me sad. It makes me feel like I'm a terrible judge of character, and that all the things that make me, all the things that all the building blocks of my own taste and personality, they all come from monsters. So how can I not be a monster if I'm made of monsters? Yeah, P. Diddy, I never really gave a shit. But yeah, I had no doubt. I was never into P. Diddy, so I got lucky. But, the Beastie Boys. Hey, the Beastie Boys are fine. The Beastie Boys haven't turned out to be jerks at all, and I still love them. Ben Folds. Ben Folds has been divorced 4 times, I think, so there must be a lot of stuff I don't know about, but I love him very, very much. Yeah, it's tricky. You have to separate the art, or else you don't feel joy anymore. You just feel shame. I don't like feeling shame for something I watched. I didn't do it. I didn't know. Right? The R. Kelly song, sure. There's that's ruined for everybody. The Dream, he just got busted last week for pulling all kinds of crap. The Dream, he used to write Beyonce's songs. And I'm a big fan of one song that's R. Kelly and Lady Gaga. She hasn't turned out to be a perv yet, but I wouldn't be surprised. She's a perv, but she's, she's an artist perv. She's not a criminal perv. And there's a very big difference between the two. I love Lady Gaga. I watched her concert last week on HBO Max, and it's just marvelous. So many interesting choices, such brilliant choreography and visuals. Only one more divorce than your dad. True enough. True enough. Dad's my hero, and there's a whole bunch of stuff I don't know about him. And that's probably for the best. Right? Dad was my first hero and my latest hero. But probably a whole bunch of stuff I don't know. And if the media decided to look into it, it'd probably be bad for everybody. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just got to constantly evolve, I guess. You got to constantly find a new hero. Find different heroes for your art than you do for your behavior. There's some people who are amazing off stage. Jason Allen King, guy who lives here in town. He's my hero off stage. He's just the nicest, smoothest, kindest dude. I've never heard an ugly word from him about anybody. He's amazing. He's my hero. Craig Collin, he's my hero. Dad set up three different franchises, I'm fond of saying. Whoa, don't answer that question. What do you think Johnny should know about you that he doesn't already know? Well, you can tell. I guess. Answer the question if it's important to you, Dad. Jason Allen King's a great guy. He's a great guy. But how do you feel about it? How do you separate the art from the artist? I wouldn't be a bit surprised to find out that George Carlin was a serial killer. And I think the same can be said for Norm Macdonald. He dropped a whole bunch of hints. And I'm just curious. But I'm still trying to figure it out. So many of my heroes turned out to be monsters. Not a chance. Thank you, Dad. Appreciate that. NPP a chance, Pep. I know what you meant. Well, this is getting weird. Let's spin the wheel. We could talk more about art and artists. Feel free. But I just wanted to do a deep dive into that because I'm curious. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, I have listened to the Comedy Zone podcast lately. I have. I listened to it last week. And it's now 4 of my favorite comics. They're all personal friends of mine. It's Jason Allen King, Jonathan Williams, Ashley Greco, née Braswell. She's now Greco, happily married. And my dear buddy Jason, talk about another cool guy. Come on. Jordan Sentry. Jordan Sentry is the man. I've known him since the very beginning of his career, and I have never known a better dude. That guy is an amazing hero of mine. He is so smart and so focused, and he can accomplish anything, and he never brags. He has no swagger. He's just a great guy, straightforward human being. I love him. Paul Platt was a guest on the show. He always does good stuff. I like Paul a lot. We've worked together some, but I think he ghosted me, or I don't know what's going on. You can never tell with Paul. Paul disappears for weeks at a time. You know what I'm talking about. Christine's the same way. She disappears for a couple weeks at a time. You don't hear from her. You have no idea. I was trying to put a whole show together with the whole group of them, but everybody flaked, or they didn't want to do it. What are you going to do? Let's spin the wheel. I don't want to dwell on the sadness. Let's spin the wheel. Wait a minute. We're almost out of time. I tell you what, since we got some people here, make sure I didn't forget anything. Since we got some people here, let's do the road not taken real quick. Let's meet at the Poetry Corner. I love the road not taken. This is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there had warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. It's my old man voice, working on it. Yay! I do hate ghosting. I don't like it. Sorry I never ghosted you. I try not to. It takes me a couple days to reply every now and then, but it's never personal. Don't know what that means. Oh, thanks, Dad. Ghosting is if someone just ignores your texts and calls indefinitely. You just stop responding to the other person. You block them. Only one person has ever blocked me on social media. That's Christine, and she eventually came back around. But that was rough, man. That hurt my feelings. But yeah, ghosting is just ignoring someone when they're trying to reach you. And it's become far more common among the young people of today. Young people. Hey. Sick of them. All right. The hard work's over, my friends. Let's play a little bit. Let's have some fun. I'm going to open up a couple of things real quick, and we'll do the word game. I love playing the word game. Whoops, almost. Thanks for asking. I appreciate you when you ask things like that, Dad. All right, here we go. And copy. Paste. All right. Put that back. Okay. Now, we go down to the video game vault. Of course I'm appreciative of my viewers. I love you both. If I had hundreds, I'd like hundreds of them. But what are you going to do? All right. Here we go. Let's do the video game vault. Love my people. The whole point of this is finding my people. I've only found 2 of my people. And one of them I've known my entire life. So I feel very lucky. All right, let's give it a shot, everybody. You know how this works. We're going to put some letters on the screen. We're going to figure out what order the letters go in. And we're going to try to get all the way up to level 12. Whoop, bye all. Dad doesn't like the game, so it's just going to be me and you, Shayna. That's a shame. Bye, Dad. I love you. I'll call you at 4-ish. Tell you all about everything. Bye. All right, here we go. Epatebs. Patient. Z. Z. Not a lot of words with Z in it. Very nice. Pate. All right, how about, I'll just put in bite. Hold my place. Let's see. Bands, pints, size. Pint size. Hit. Bite. Bait. Pate. Oh, good one. Bait. Pazzy. Piazzi. Pete, like the moss. All right, we're back in. We can do this. What's that big, long word? What's a word with a Z in it, for crying out loud? Tase, that's a word. Like, right? Don't tase me, bro. Nope, not a word. Fine, must be a brand. Be that way. Bite size. Beelzebub. I'm going to do tase again just in case. All right, definitely not a word. Oh, beat, good one. Beep, heat, height. Oh. Appetizer. Oh, come on. Who threw the Z in there? Did you get it? Zeta. All right, why not? I didn't know that was a word. We got to play some Scrabble. You can hold up your end. That's pretty good. Zeta, pite. Pita, like the bread. Nope, that's wrong. There we go. Going to the next level. Just barely, too. Wow. Zapateer. Zapateer? Zipita. Zipitic. I will never know. It's a shame, but we made it to the next round by the skin of our teeth. I think we can all feel pretty good about that. All right, let's try it again. Good luck. Level 2. Capillably. Clip. All right. Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. I got it. Come on, next round. You got it too, but I hit it after the lock went through. Stolen from your grasp. The points are mine now, Shayna. All right, let's see. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. But you can still do public. There's pubically. I was just curious. There we go. Oh, wrong letters again. Club. Oh, I already got pubic. Oh, only need 3 more. We can do this. Yeah. Gully. Oh, bully. Nice. Pulley spelled with an E, so, but I can do pull. Oh, I can also do cull. All right, we're in. 78 out of 59. Not too shabby. Only a couple more. Pulley has an E. I was thinking that too. Cluby, Chloe. Clibically. Clibically. Clubic. Clavic. I got nothing. I got nothing. Oh, you got one? Pill. Very nice. Very nice. What about like Billy, like a Billy Club? Nice. Good round. Good round. 2 stars. How about that? I don't know if we ever gotten 2 stars before. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Let's try this again. Here we go. I'm in first place with 76 to 67, so it's very close. Let's try again. And round 3, good luck. Beat you. Oh, there it is. Nice. I was going to do that one next. Wait, we got to wait for the lock. There we go. Get in there with the lock. Get in there with heel. Or get in there with late. Now's your chance for late. Oh, we already got late. Never mind. Oh, latte. Nice. With an accent mark? I can't believe they gave that to you. How about a lathe? Huh? That you can lathe down and... Oh, come on. Give me lathe. Come on. There it is. Oh, almost. Got to wait my turn. All right. Teeth. Was that one over there? Late. Okay. I had one and I forgot it. It's up to you, Shayna. You can do it. Tail. Oh, good one. Teat. I don't feel great about it, but, you know, it counts. Oh, what's this big word? Hassle, heffel, healthy? title? Ah. All right. Round 3. Not bad for 2 people, but there's a ceiling. There is a ceiling to how far we can go. Good game, Shayna. Thanks very much for being here. All right, let's go back to the talk show desk. Thanks for being here. Couldn't do it without you. Hope you had some fun. Good game. Yeah, not too shabby. Hope your week gets better and better. I look forward to talking with you again soon. Keep those requests coming. I have the monologue that you sent from Kevin Arnold, so I can use that next time, but I always need more. Thanks for sharing this time with me. And remember, the only way to save this country is for all of us to love one another. So love yourself first. Then, oh wait, hey, it's just the 2 of us. Are you okay? Last time we talked, you had said something about not going to the doctor to take the medication because it might affect your weight. And I want to make sure you rethought that decision and you've tried to move forward. You can't stay away from your medications. That's very, very dangerous, at least it is for me. And not that I'm trying to embarrass you in public or anything, but it's kind of in private here. Nobody's watching this, so make sure you do it. Make sure you get your meds. Okay. Yeah, I feel bad. And there's no response. Okay. I might have already hung up. That's fine. Heck. I'm not trying to put you off. Just want you to know I'm worried about you. And I want to make sure you're moving forward toward the healthy choices. Okay. Good deal. I'll leave it there. Till next time, we'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep shining through just like you always do, and the blue skies will push the dark clouds far away. And would you please say hello to the folks that I know and tell them I won't be long. You'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be good, but not too good.